Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very kindly. Please be seated. I know that familiar voice normally comes with some special announcements. Chief of Staff, members, heads of the joint services, officers, the senior command, importantly, our soldiers, our men and women in uniform. This afternoon I salute you and your families for the sacrifices, the commitment, the dedication, and the love you give for country and people. And we should put our hands together for that great sacrifice. I have had the great pleasure of interacting with many of you, even taking up the challenge from some at some games at dominoes with the belief that they could have loved me, but in true military form, I put them to their places. But in engaging you, in rubbing shoulders with you, and in moving around you, I have learned a great deal. That is, some of the perception out there of our men and women in uniform are truly misplaced. And that is why we are working together to ensure that you demonstrate to this nation that your primary objective is not only a safe, secure, and democratic Guyana, but your primary objective is to see the upliftment of all of Guyana and the upliftment of your own lives and that of your families. Like every peace-loving Guyanese, like every Guyanese who holds strongly the values of democracy and the rule of law, you're committed in giving your all, and in your case, in laying your life in sacrifice for this great country we call home, Guyana, and we ought to all collectively salute you and your families. Because your sacrifice is not only about yourselves, it is about your families supporting you and allowing you to make this sacrifice, to commit to any outcome that can deprive them of you. That is not ordinary commitment. So by extension, as I wish all of you a holiday season that is filled with happiness, goodness, and good health. More importantly, I wish all of us, as we face the new year, renewed spirit and commitment in dedicating ourselves to the cause of Guyana, in dedicating ourselves to the honor, glory, and prosperity of Guyana. And I assure you that as your Commander-in-Chief, as President, and as a government, going forward, every single day in the lives of Guyanese and in the lives of all of you here, every single day will get better and prosperity will come more and more for every single family in this country. What we need to do is to commit ourselves. There will be sacrifices. Patience is needed. But be assured that ultimately the road ahead is one that with the right commitment, sacrifice, hard work, the prosperity will come and your families will enjoy a better life in this country of ours, Guyana. This I assure you of. I am particularly proud of the Guyana Defence Force because many other defense forces around the world cannot say that 45% of their officers, 45% of us here are undergraduates. Put your hands together for that. When you look at the category major and up, more than 82% are postgraduates. We need to applaud that. These are things that you don't find in any other military. And this is because we believe strongly in giving you an opportunity to educate yourself, an opportunity to build a career outside of the military, to give you an opportunity to enhance your personal capability and your competence. This is important in your own lives. In the last year, we have been able to send for international exposure more than 500 of our men and women in uniform. This is a tremendous accomplishment. To the extent that now the number of seats available to us for training in the US, in India, in Brazil has almost doubled. In the case of India, it has tripled. These are new opportunities that come because of our commitment to working with our international partners in creating opportunities for you. But more importantly, building our international image and our international partnership so that our strength, so that our men and women in uniform can benefit from the experience of their international peers. And in almost every instance, whether it's 4-star and 5-star generals who would train our officers and our soldiers, when they see me, they will say to me, we have outstanding and brilliant men and women in uniform in Guyana. If we are not topping the training program, we are in the top tier every single time we go out there to represent our country. And I think we ought to give ourselves a resounding, loud applause for that. Two years ago, we set ourselves a goal to integrate what we do more with our society, to recreate the image of the Guyana Defence Force, to ensure that our brand out there, the Guyana Defence Force, is a brand that represents democracy, a brand that represents freedom, a brand that represents the rule of law, a brand that represents the collective vision of a one Guyana, a brand that represents honor, dignity, pride. And I'm pleased to say that this brand, this GDF brand that we are putting out there is gaining traction, attraction, and a lot of love from the people of this country. We have been able, through your service, to be the leading part of every single one of the National Beautification and Enhancement exercise. We have been able to work on new parks that is bringing value to communities. We have worked on more than $350 million of infrastructure work to benefit communities, building bridges, airstrip. Right now, we are working on the extension of the Kaieteur airstrip. We ought to recognize this, and I applaud you greatly for this tremendous work that you are doing. A few weeks ago, I was able to announce some adjustments in the salaries of the privates, the recruit, acting corporal and corporals. Those 4 categories. And as I said, better days are ahead. better days are ahead. I also said that we want to work with you to ensure that you have home ownership and to reduce the bureaucracy and the time and all the complexities surrounding you obtaining a loan. We have been able to negotiate with 3 commercial banks and the New Building Society interest rate of 3.5% of loans below 4 million and 3.75% of loans below $8 million. Further, for all of those of you who would have already been allocated your lands, not only will you benefit from this low-income interest rate, but you will benefit from the steel and cement that will be input from the government to move you to home ownership. And as we assured you before the end of this year, we wanted all of you who have your own land to be signed up with the banks and sign up under the Home Support Program. And on the 28th of this month, right here, all those of you who would have been allocated land will come here. The banks will come right here. We will help you with the design, the plans for your home, free of cost. You will get the cement and the steel for the foundation, and you and the banks will approve your loan right here. So in the new year, you can move to home ownership. You can move to owning your own homes and developing your own homes for your family. This is what we are doing. This is real work. This is how we are committing ourselves to your development. And this is not only for you. This will be across the board for all our men and women in uniform, all our men and women in the joint services. We are not building a divided Guyana. We are building a singular Guyana in which the aspirations of every Guyanese must be realized, but it will only be realized with our personal and collective commitment to our country and our communities. As you know, we had some difficult years when your 1-month annual bonus was taken away. You remember that? So in addition to all the benefits I've just spoken about, I know you don't need anything more after I told you what we're doing. But in keeping with our commitment to our men and women in uniform, again I wish to announce your 1-month bonus for this year. And you notice how close your 1-month bonus is coming to your home ownership. So spend it wisely. As we move forward in unity and purpose, I assure all of you that this government stays committed to the people and, importantly, our citizens in uniform. As the Chief of Staff said, we are now moving on enhancing the infrastructure of the military. Air Corps, new assets. Coast Guard, new assets. Military equipment, new assets. We are investing to give you the best equipment so you can be the best you can be for your country. I want to take this opportunity before I close to thank Chief of Staff And I want us to put our hands together for the Chief of Staff. And to thank the senior officers of the Guyana Defence Force for your commitment and your support, for your readiness to serve at any hour, for your strength of character, and for the dedication and support you have given me over the last 2 years. I expect no less in the years ahead as we work together in building an organization that is strong and united, one in which we have respect among each other, and one in which the only glory is that of a peaceful and democratic country. I thank you and God bless you.
Rules and company.
But if you run this tune, and let me see your motion, make the president and follow you. Run your DJ. DJ, you're coming in soon. DJ, the people cool, man. Come on.
If you believe you can be the commander-in-chief of dance, move to the front of the tent. DJ, cue music. So she's fully of cocaine.